All right, guys, now that we've practiced the more basic equations that have variables on both sides, we're going to look at one that takes an extra step to kind of make it look like the way we want. So let's take a look at E. I'm noticing I have variables on both sides. I have to get rid of one because I can only have variable on one side in order to solve it. So I'm seeing a 2c and a 7c. Now, we talked about we always want to get rid of the one that is smaller. This time, the smaller one is on the left-hand side. This does not change anything to start, though. The first thing we're going to do is get rid of the smaller one. So I'm going to subtract away 2c. The reason why I'm subtracting is because it is positive 2c. So in order to get rid of a positive 2c, I have to subtract it. Notice I'm lining up my 2c under my 7c because that is where I'm going to do my subtraction. These cancel out. What I'm left with on this side is just a negative 15. Okay, let's move that over. Okay, get my line going a little bit further. Okay, 7c's, take away 2c's gives me 5c's. So I've got 5c plus 25 on this side, and I am good to go when we talk about having a variable on one side. Clearly, my variable is only on one side of my equation. Okay, now the weird thing though is it's on the right side. Okay. This is okay. We can still solve this from here, but what's nice to do is put it into standard form. Remember, standard form is with the variable in front. In front would be over here, okay? Now we have to look at what does an equal sign mean? An equal sign means that both sides are the same. So it doesn't matter if I take this stuff and put it on this side and take this stuff and put it on this side. An equal sign means you can flip-flop the two sides and you're still going to have an equals. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this part here, which we're used to seeing on the left side, and I'm going to put it on the left side. Then I'm going to take this part here, and I'm going to put it on the right side. The biggest thing with this is keep this in the same order it was. So when I rewrite this, my 5c plus 25 should still be on the same order, 5c plus 25. It shouldn't say 25 plus 5c. It should stay in the same exact order, okay? Now that I have it in my standard form, it's just simply solving. So we know that the first thing that's happening to this variable is multiply by 5, and then there's an add 25. So to do the opposite, undo it, unravel it, I have to get rid of this plus 25 by subtracting 25 on 25 here, minus 25 here. Okay, that cancels these out. All I'm left with on the left-hand side is my 5c. So I'm getting closer to answering it. Let's do this one in the calculator. Negative 15 minus 25. Negative 15 minus 25. That gives me negative 40. So I have a negative 40 over here with my equal sign in between. Now I have to get rid of the multiply by 5. And to do that, I'm going to divide by 5 on both sides. This leaves me with my c equals on the left side, because 5 divided by 5 is just 1, so 1c or just c. Remember, there is an invisible 1 here. You can put it there if you want, but you're really not going to see that very often. Remember, I told you mathematicians are lazy. If we don't have to put a 1, we're not going to, so I'm going to keep it off. Negative 40 divided by 5, I have a negative again, so I'm just going to check it in my calculator just to make sure. Negative 8. Okay. So it's not positive 8, it's negative 8. So make sure you get that when you are doing these types of questions. If you have a negative and you're worried about whether you can do that in your head, just use your Desmos calculator. Okay, you guys are going to try this next one on your own, so good luck, and I will see you in the next video.